DSJ Podcast, man. We're going to do a segment called What's in the Mind of D. DSJ Podcast. This has been on my mind since things has been going on. And we have to stop making excuses. Here's why I say we have to stop making excuses. Because the amount of excuses that you make, they will always trail you no matter what. If you keep making an excuse for everything that goes on that you fail at, you're not going to grow. If you keep holding on to the things that makes you irritated, that makes you fail, then you're going to expect the same thing happening every single time. So don't blame people for when you fail. Don't blame people for when you have things going on that's not benefiting you to succeed. Don't blame people for the reasons that you're going through it. Quit making excuses. Quit making excuses for the things that you know you can control. Quit saying things that will diminish your mind, your heart, because you are capable of doing everything you can if you put your mind to it. But you have to stop making excuses. You have to stop blaming people. You have to stop saying, well, he did this, she did this. And the thing about it is with this, if you want to grow up into the person that you want to be, you have to be held accountable for the things that you do, good or bad. If someone walks up to you and tells you, hey, I think you could do this, I think you could do that, take it. It might be something that you may tell someone else, and maybe something that you may help yourself with. So allow yourself to be understood that excuses will hold you back. And like I told someone yesterday, if you don't learn accountability, expect things to grow over you. Expect yourself to keep going through the path that you're going with. And expect yourself to always be stressed out because you keep holding yourself back. Learning accountability is something that is very hard in this world. A lot of people don't want to make it about themselves when they're going through it or when they're failing. They don't want to point at themselves and say, well, hey, what can I do better? What can I do to make myself a better person? Or where can I go to make myself known? Or how can I change who I am to become this person that I want to be? A lot of people don't think about that until last minute. A lot of people got egos. A lot of people got ways of showing themselves off in the wrong way. A person who is humble spirited will always have the attention, no matter what. A person that never talks much, a person that don't brag about themselves much, it will definitely be shown. A person that always tries his or her hardest to be who they are, or to exceed expectations without nothing being said, with just being straight humble, they will always achieve greatness. But a person with the ego, they will always be seen as trash, or they will always be seen as another person just waiting to waste life, or another thug, another criminal, another whatever. But you have to stop making excuses. Stop making excuses when you do go through the things you go through. I say it like this: be humble and be satisfied when you go through the things you go through. When you stress, don't let it beat you, but enjoy the moment and learn from it. I know, why would you say enjoy the moment to being stressed out? Because you learn so much when you're stressed. You learn so much about yourself when you're stressed. You have to allow yourself to know when things does happen, hey, what can I do next time when I'm stressed out? Hey, what's something that I can be a part of? Or what's something that can make me smile next time when I go through this? I drink tea. I can take walks at night. I try to spend time with the people that I enjoy most in my life. I try to talk to my people, with my mentors and my closest people. I try to talk to my family. I try to talk to God. It's hard sometimes talking to God, and it is. Like I said, I've been distancing myself from God, but I'm definitely gonna get back to it because I know God is definitely everything that I need in order for me to succeed, and that will never change. No matter how wealthy I am, no matter how poor I am, no matter how much food I have, no matter how much no matter how much things happen, I already know God's gonna lead me to where I need to go. So you have to stay humble. You have to stay humble. You have to know when you make an excuse, it's going to backfire. A person does not want to hear excuses. A person wants you to be accountable. A person wants you to set boundaries or no boundaries. A person wants you to be strong-minded and understand that when you do fail, you got to just suck it up and just continue going because you will make it. You will make it. So please, can I just get someone to tell me, hey, it's going to be all right. You got to go through this though. You got to go through the rough patches in your life so that you can grow up and know that when those rough patches are gone, there will always be rough patches. But you can always overcome a rough patch. You always can overcome something that's greater than what you think it is. You have to understand that when things does go south, and I say this all the time on every podcast, when things go south, you have to continue to be great. And you can't make an excuse. Accountability is something that is essential. And if you know how to have accountability, you will always be ready for whatever happening. You will always be ready for the traps that may come by. And you will always fall into a trap no matter what. But you have to know when things go south, you can always overcome it and you will become great at it. It takes time. It takes a lot of time. But when you get it done and when you happy and when you jolly, celebrate because you deserve it. You deserve everything. But again, last thing I'm going to say, stop making excuses because it's not going to help you out in the long run. It's not. If you keep making excuses, they're going to affect you each and every step of the way. If you keep making excuses, they're going to basically fall back on you and they're going to continue to affect you. They're going to continue to make you look like a fool. So stop making excuses. Stop making it seem like you can't do it because you can do it and you got the potential to do it. You have every single right to tell yourself that you are capable of doing whatever you want to do, but you have to do the work. You just can't sit there. You have to do the work. You can't say he said, she said, but then you not doing your part. You have to do your part. And you have to stop just doubting yourself. And of course, lastly, stop making excuses. With that being said, this is Podcast, man. Let's do a challenge this week. Today's Monday. Let's do the best we can to better ourselves, to tell ourselves that we can do it, to push ourselves to not make any excuses, to stop doubting ourselves, to become great, and to never underestimate yourself when you go through the rough patches, because you are capable of doing all the things you want to do. If you put God first, you know that. If you're capable of doing what you want to do, if it's reasonable to yourself, you will do it. You will do it. Just got to make the decision to do it. And you got to work for it to do it. Work to do it. So again, DSJ Podcast, I love y'all. Let's be great. Greatness doesn't come that instant, but you got to get that and get busy. Get down and get busy, because this life is never going to be perfect, but you can make it at least good or great. Just got to get busy.